we vibing out right now? Oh, Bastion. Starting the stream strong. Gifting subs. Nice. I like it, Bastion. Bastion, you kicked off a hype train just now. My Jessica Rabbit hat. Oh. What's up, you guys? What's happening? Slurp ASMR. It is bright here today, isn't it? Isn't it weird how, like, the brightness of this channel is completely dependent upon what's going on out there? I mean, it's just like I'm backlit the whole time. I've been holding off on getting curtains to cover those, just to have a little more consistency on this, and then also because there's a lot of like ambient noise in this room, and putting a soft curtain over that will help with it. Probably be better for my mixes and stuff. So I have to do and then we'll hide the gardeners, unfortunately. Somebody found out in the chat, they said that OP1 is expensive. I know, it is. You'd think for such a tiny little... You'd think it was like a couple $100. It's like over $1,000. It actually has a lot. It's like because it's got so much going on inside that little tiny box. It's pretty great. Hey, happy birthday. Whoa, big sub gift. What is that, a gift? Check that. What just happened? Bin Klum DC giving out tier 1 subs. Look at you. Wow, look at this. That's a big hype train right off the bat. You guys are amazing. It's all those gifts, all these generous gifts. Yeah, I don't know. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I don't know why I'm having a weird day. I'm tired. I'm tired, yes, but I'm also having like a weird day. Hence the weird arpeggio, weird sounds. Vibey sounds. I look tired? Thanks, you look tired. I didn't have a bad weekend. I had a good weekend. Oh, good weekend. We didn't do much. We did, what did we do? We haven't been seeing people very much because the infection rates are spiking. It's awesome. We saw a friend. We saw a couple. We just saw one friend this weekend. For a distance hangout play date. Yeah, hung out. Wow, this is a big hype train right now. 632%. You guys are very active this morning. I appreciate that. Holy crap. Giving out subs, giving out... I guess you're cheering too. This is like... Got a minute and a half. Look at that. It's up to 700 on my... Almost 700 on my screen. Great. So... Yeah. Does that mean we gotta get to, like, somebody said, let's get to 1,000. I mean, damn. I saw it's almost at 7. I'm so excited it's gonna get to 700%. Is it? Somebody gonna push it over the edge? Mine's frozen at 696. Not frozen, but it's stopped. Oh, 699 on my screen. Is it 700? 699. Hey, whoa, we broke 700%. Oh, that's crazy. Whoa, look at you guys. Cheering with some bits. I'm just gonna let this go. I was gonna change subjects, but this is kind of amazing to get to 750, 766. Damn, choo-choo. Choo-choo. That deserves some. That deserves some wombat hugs in the chat. Wowza. Hype train. That was a big one. Crap. Thanks, guys. What a way to start off my Monday. Now I feel better. You know, it's an unexpected complication of streaming and making music during these times is that I don't really want people to be, I don't really want to have like workers in the studio. I don't want somebody in here messing around. And yet I have little things that break and need assistance. So like the one of the pieces of gear that between this microphone and you guys, you were noticing the other day that it was like crackling and all that. So I had to get that. I sent that out to get changed, but Ethan, our lead engineer on a lot of the Linkin Park stuff, on almost pretty much all the Linkin Park stuff, Ethan stopped by, and that was weird. We're both in like masks, like 12 feet apart. Yeah, dropped off a different guitar head, which I'm gonna plug in this week and mess around with, and picked up, and we decided together that it was probably this one piece of gear that was giving me trouble. So it got me thinking about like, oh, the curtain back here and like maybe some other acoustic stuff that I didn't get around to yet. And man, it's a hard decision to make, to just like 12 feet apart is a song name. That's funny. Yeah, it is. That's a good song name. I could green screen. I was thinking that when we hit Drop Frames Volume 2, maybe I should. I guess I haven't been streaming Animal Crossing very much, but I was thinking I've got to do a couple. I think I have at least one more Animal Crossing Island visit, and then after, when we get to Volume 2, I'll switch games. It's time for a new game, I think. Jack SLP wants Minecraft. A bunch of people already said Fortnite. I'm okay on Fortnite. I don't really play Undertale. I've never played Undertale. I tried Warzone. The problem with Valorant and Warzone, is, and I like Warzone, the problem is that I need a game that I can play like with my kids, you know, that's like appropriate for them. Because if not for that, like I won't play as much. I'll play with them because that's fun. But I can't do, you know, anything like teen and up. So, oh man, if there was a new Zelda game right now, forget it. I could do original Zelda. I could do Zelda, Legend of Zelda 1. That'd be funny. Then I wouldn't. Then it wouldn't. Then it would have nothing to do with the kids. It would just be, you know. I wonder if Zelda would be fun to watch though. Sorry about the yawns. Sims. Oh man, that's funny. I don't know. My inclination is if there was something new, if there's something new between now and then, maybe we'll look at something new. My inclination is actually Fortnite probably. Can't do Uno because Uno. I tried to do Uno. Here's a story. There's a streamer who shall remain nameless who wanted to do a charity stream, and it was such a bitch, like talking that out, because every time it was like, oh, this is an idea of what to do, it didn't work because of like they're a gamer and I'm not a gamer, and the breaking point was, let's just play Monopoly. And I was like, that sounds great. And he sent me the link and it was only for PC, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I don't have a PC I could play it on, because everybody who works in music, most people who work in music just are on Mac. Yep, that is the truth. D&D. Can you do D&D online? You have to do that with other people. All right, it's already 10:30. Let's make some music. Shit. Pokemon. Let's make some music. I've got right now this thing that is playing. These notes here are going out to this device here. And then that's going into the tape delay. Yeah. Let me see if I can do. Maybe I'll take this and actually do some of those other notes. Let's see. So these guys are like, just have some little, whoa. They just have a little melody on top. Plays music. Thank you for the raid. Okay, let's start from the top with less. Like that. For now, I'm just gonna let this run actually, and then I think is this like a this is an 808. This has two, hold on a second. Get rid of those. Okay. Has like a triple thing, which probably shouldn't be doing. That'll come in a little bit. Back to the top. One more time. Maybe I'll take that out. Yeah, that's better. Just come in right there. Don't waste any time. That a little more so that's good. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Let's record that OP1 with the delay and all that in. All right, so we're gonna go to here. We're gonna hit record. And should be good to go. Okay, from the top. Make something new starting there. Go somewhere new starting here. Let's see. Drill? What's this? Like drill, like style? Like what is this drill? Oh. Whoa. That's kind of cool. I just want to put this back. I'm going to bring this, I'm going to go back one just to get in the key, make sure I'm not like in the wrong key here, which I am. Maybe I can make like a harmony with these. So I'm gonna make two of them, and the second one. There we go. I'm gonna turn it down. Fifth. Ooh, I think it's dissonant too. It's getting creepy. It's turning into horror movie music. Yeah. It's gonna start that sound and the other snare thing and kick gonna start. What do we need? Nice chair. Thank you. It's a Herman Miller. When you spend as much time as I do sitting in a chair in a studio, you need one that's going to treat you right. You need a chair that's going to prevent you from sweating too much or getting bad back problems. You never know. Get out the trail mix. I ran out of trail mix. What are we gonna do? Should I get the same one or should I try a new trail mix? Don't trail mix shame me. How dare you? How dare you? Oh, actually, let's do a new sound here. Boom. Arpeggio, let's do a big, like, oh, this might not even need to be Nord. This might need to be something else. How do I want to do this? Okay, so. I think I'm going to go to the Voyager. I think I'm also going to go to an, you need to do a commercial. Running an ad just for 1 minute. See you non-subs in a minute. And for this guy, we're gonna do Voyager. Yeah. The Voyager. aliens in. Let's properly get some aliens going. One second. This needs to be an in. Made a mess. What are those? Okay, let's find the nice. Let's find the vibe. I want it to be like all over the keyboard here. So close, but oops. Okay, so I want a little variety in this. So I'm going to repeat this a bunch of times here. And then I'm going to add some weird notes to make it like bend a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to let it go from the top here. That was a trippy little situation, wasn't it? Okay, so now let me see if I do that and play with the knobs. Take this and just run it through also through the tape. Run this to the tape echo as well. Let's find out. So there we go. That delay is not the best one. All right, this is better. Crazy. All right. Got our aliens. This was the Voyager. I'm glad I spent a little extra time on that sound. From the top. Oh, yeah, and this guy needs to be back in tracking mode, not loop. Why is it not doing it? There it is. room for something right there. This can come earlier. Uh-oh. Why isn't this on? Whoa. Let's bring this in here. Let's take that beat and break it down in that section. Do less. Now a new layer. What will the new layer be? Should we do... I have these weird little... So, Teenage Engineering also makes these pocket operators that look like this. They're almost like little calculators, but they're it's a keyboard. Pocket ops, and I could try and use one. I don't know these that well, but I can try. Should we try? Let's see if I can make a noise. Let's start by trying to make a noise. Let's see if that works. Let's see. So far, no good. Okay, it's making a sound. I can't tell if it's making the sound off my... Oh, it's making a sound. It's not making a sound. And the actual... It's coming from right there. How do I turn up the volume in coming out of here? This may be a bust, you guys. And that worked. Sound. I can't get it to come out of the headphone jack, unfortunately. Well, that's not going to work. I'm not going to do that. Something else, maybe? Let's How to make a noise with a weird thing, with a different thing. I got some weird apps on my phone. Always some like, let's see if we can find a cool one on my phone. Have you guys ever heard of Bloom? Check this out. Kind of fun. Good for like just creating very zen textures. I need to change key. So you can do this on infinite and you can set it to be your, to like go to bed to. I've never done it, but you can. I think Brian Eno created this thing, which is pretty rad. It's old. It's an old app too. It's called Bloom. I gotta find the. How do I find the key? It's cool though, right? And you also, to clear your sounds, you just do this. Usually. How do I choose the key? I don't think I can. Brian didn't want us to choose our own keys, apparently. Maybe I could just do it. Oh, here's what I'll do. Let's try a new one here. Stops. All right, so now I'm going to take that weird thing, starting like here-ish. Out 7. It's gonna be just random. Let's find the right key here. It's still not right. Huh. It's because it's a different, entirely different like chord. Interesting. I'll have to do that a different day, I think, because that's not vibing with this thing. Unfortunately. I don't have awesome stuff on the phone right now. I have more stuff on my iPad. Don't have my iPad. Well, that's part of the problem. The Voyager's all out of tune. Oh shit. Why didn't you guys tell me? Alright, I'm gonna stick there. I think I'm detuned by 12 cents. Like we noticed, you said. That's still not right. Too dark, too mean. What happens if we go back a little bit? See what vibe we catch here. fur. Maybe go there. Like weird, like quacking, alien quacks at the end. From the top, it's sounding pretty good. I like it. It's chill. We have Mike, Matt, Mark. What? Mark Shinoda is better than Mike Shinoda. Wait a minute. Wait friggin'. I like when you guys say stuff in the chat and then I catch it and you guys are like, no, he wasn't supposed to see that. I show up like in between streams just randomly and you guys are like talking about some suspicious Final Masquerade says every time. I kind of want to do a guitar, but I don't want it to sound like guitar. Let's try it. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing over here. Just playing around. You approve? I feel like, well, let's do another round of it. Maybe it was good. Maybe it was not good. One more. I could have both of them playing. That could be interesting, but I don't know if it'd be too much. Here's both. One in each ear. The dying duck at the end is really the best part. Like weird dying duck. All right, guys. What a nice little jam. What a nice little chill trip to outer space. Yeah? Why do I find it fun to have a duck dying? Because it's not a real duck. Don't want a real duck dying in my song. That's certainly certain. No ducks were harmed in the making of this song, says the chat. This is fine. Are the new GIFs working? We still having problems with them. Hold on, my chat's frozen. Can't see your answers. So are the GIFs working? Never showed. They took your points. Never showed. Are other people having problems with those GIFs, or is it just sometimes not working? Wait, nope. No, they're not working, or no, they're not. No. Oh, I took your points. All right. That's a bummer. They're not supposed to have a problem, guys. They're supposed to be just fine. They're supposed to be great. The gifts are supposed to be amazing. I'm fixing it. I'm just going to do this. I'm sorry that the gifts didn't work. That's a bummer. You see me do this every time, huh? I look for the Slate Digital plugin and I forget that it's Slate Digital. I go to like Sound Theory and Sound Toys and do it every friggin' time. So weird. I don't know why. I could just put these in like a, why don't I do that? Hold on. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to do an instrument. No, not an instrument rack. What do they call it? An audio effect rack. This is going to save us time later. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I'm such a dummy. Grab the, so this is going to be like my master bus. I always go searching for all these things when I do this, but instead of going and searching for them every time, I'm going to make this my quick mix effect rack, so you can put them in a chain. So now I won't have to search for these every single time. I can just go. Let's see, quick mix chain. So right here now, instead of, and you guys can remind me of this, but instead of like going through and pulling those plugins individually, I can come up here to my my presets, or I can actually even go over here to my effects rack, and I can just go quick mix chain, boom, and there's everything. That is a smarter way. See, I learn things. I learn things over time in life. I learned how to learn. All right, boom, we did it. Made a thing and vibed out. Went to outer space and came back. We caught the vibe train. A thing was did. Clown the Third says, a thing was did. We need a boom emote. I don't know. We're maxed out on emotes right now. Unless I were to get partner. We talk about this like every other day. Partner? No. Yes. No. It's gonna happen? No. I don't know. Maybe I'll just never do partner. Maybe I'll just never do it. The only reason I really want to do it, there's two reasons I want to do it, is to stream with somebody and to have more emotes. Those are the two reasons. Let me look at these gifs. Let me look at these gifs. In the stow here and see what's wrong. I made a GIF. The cowbell GIF is live. It is 60 economy, cooldown, item type. What is this weird? There's a button here that shouldn't be here. Why is it there? Oh, I bet I found it. I bet I found out why. Hold on. Is the mic dance working? Okay, hold on. I think I found out why it didn't work. Yeah, that's why. I bet this is why. So there's on the back end, they have this weird thing where it says, can I show you this? Well, anyway, on the back end, it says, there's like a window that says what GIF do you want to use? And then there's a thing for a sound file. And then underneath sound file, there's a slider. And the slider, I had it set to 0, thinking that was the level of the sound level of volume. And I have it set to a silence, so it doesn't matter. I was like, oh, it's just silence, and this is just 0 volume on silence. It doesn't matter. But I think that slider is actually not volume, even though it's not labeled. I think it's seconds. I think it's the seconds. How many seconds? There's the cowbell. I feel like a genius. Garth. Who needs tech support when you've got a mouse and time on your hands? So, oh, look, the dance is happening. That'd be very meta to do a dance, to get the dance emote in the next dance emote, like a double. Wow, that's weird. Super weird. Okay, not hydrate. You hydrate. Don't tell me to hydrate. You calm down and hydrate at the same time. Let's do some questions. And then we'll pick a song style for mañana. Before we go to questions, actually, we're going to go to an ad. Running an ad break. See you guys in 1 minute. And then we're going to do questions. I did an interview roundtable thing with Kerrang this morning, and they talked to me with like 40 fans on the line, and some of you in the chat were there. Colin was there, and Sean was there, and let's see who else was there. Oh man, I'm blanking right now. I was really not that awake. I think you could really tell I was like trying to I was having trouble formulating coherent sentences. Ducky was there. I like calling you Ducky. Ducky's a good name. So Pepe was there. Mr. L's focus, Mike. Yeah. So we answered questions and talked and things, and it'll be in. They'll. I don't know. They're gonna post it or something. I have some questions here that have been redeemed via Streamlabs store. Oh, some of them are ones that I've already answered and stuff. Apparently, that's weird. Tanbko says, "Hey Meek, it's Tanya. Cheers from Ukraine. Drop frames is fire. Please don't stop making dope stuff. It's my birthday on July 15th, and a word from you would be the best present ever. We love you." Thank you, Tanya. Happy birthday. The word from me is chocolate. That's your word. Hope you have a great birthday. Sarah 320 says, "Thank you for the font. Thank you for the font. I wanted to ask you, oh, this is interesting. Could you activate your phone number, the text number, in Italy and other countries? So Sarah, here's the thing. The number that I have released to you guys, it's via I do it with an app, a company called Community, and Community is not yet available in other countries, and they're getting there. They're still like a growing startup. So what they have to do is they do deals with the phone companies basically to acquire numbers, and then they assign those numbers to the people that work with them. So they gave me a number. I'll tell you guys, for those in the US, mine is 310-935-0302. It's very hard for me to keep up with texting people back. But the texts do, like, just to prove it to you, the texts do come through to my app on my phone. I don't get pinged every time somebody texts me because that would be too crazy. But because there's, it's the followers are it's 5 digits, so there's a lot of people. But I see some of them, like I see more than I respond to, and it does come to me. So I send out, if you wanted to opt into that, you just text 310-935-0302, and then you can opt in to receiving my texts, and I'll text you. I should do it more. I don't do it enough. Okay. Erica 00 says, if you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you do or say? The answer is probably something I'd regret. That's my answer. Probably something that I'd say, oh, I did this, but I should have done that. That's how isn't that what we would all do? Whatever it is that I would do, I know that it would be like, even if it was like kind of important or kind of cool or kind of funny, I would regret it later. Luna Dragon says Aquarius. Is that an Aquarius thing? Is that real? Really? I didn't know that. Let's see here. What else do we got? Schizo Bull says, can you please announce the raid redemptions at the start of the stream so it can be on when we try? Schizo Bull, I'll tell you what. Here's, I will tell you right now, maybe at the start of the questions, I'll do it. How about that? So that it's like 12 and then they have time to get set up by 1. I mean, I feel like you only should have like a few, it only should take you a minute to go. So let's do this. Let's try at 1, we'll try and redeem the first raid I had on my list was Javier Reyes. So that's JJVIERREYESS. Lots of double consonants. Javier Reyes will be the channel I'll raid at 1 o'clock. Okay? So tell Javier to get it together and be on at 1. At 1. And if it doesn't happen, then I'll go on to the next one. But I'll tell you what the runner-up is. I'm assuming Javier is going to do it. If I say that now, Javier has tons of time to be ready. That was a redemption from Bosworthing, by the way. The second raid, if Javier isn't on the second raid, was a request by Funny Socks, and the person is Liv Harris. Livharris. So if we can't get Javier, we'll try Liv. And if we can't do that, then I'll just pick whatever. There are some other raids on my list, but I don't want to list everybody and have people queued up to like get raided. So Javier's first, Liv's second. Another question. Merlin BLA says, "Hi Mike, thanks for the streams. They're amazing. Not really a question, but a recommendation for your allergies and rough throat, ginger tea. I hope it works. I love drop frames. Thanks." Merlina, I love that suggestion. I love ginger tea, actually. Ginger tea, there's the two. I'm not a big tea drinker, but before shows, I do like either throat coat tea or ginger tea. You are right that I should drink that while I'm on the stream. Knock on wood, my voice doesn't usually give out, but I am totally addicted to coffee. So without a whole bunch of caffeine, not so good. Can you imagine if I'm sitting here with like water and coffee and ginger tea and throat coat tea and trail mix and all just like plethora, just a buffet, a whole bunch of like, just a ton of liquids and snacks. Yeah, lemon tea. Those lemon, surprisingly, the only danger with lemon tea, if you're a vocalist or somebody who's like a teacher or somebody who talks and uses their voice a lot, the only difficulty is that it is acidic, and if you start to have acid reflux issues, then your throat gets burned and your like esophagus can get burned, and then you'll lose your voice. But that's only if you've already got, if a problem like kicks off. If you have a problem, then that could be bad for it. Matcha tea has good caffeine and it's good for you and stuff, but it doesn't help your voice. FYI. I do like throat coat though. If you are a teacher or a person who has to talk a lot or a singer, throat coat tea is the industry standard with vocalists. You'll find a lot of singers using that. Mario BFR says, "Hey Mike, I don't have a question this time. I asked last time and it wasn't pretty fair. I hope everyone's having a great day and continue to pursue their dreams." Oh, Mario, I'm sorry you felt like it wasn't fair. I don't know what happened. He didn't really explain that. But shout out to Mario and to anybody who feels like things aren't fair. I try to make things fair. We can't always make everybody feel like things are fair. Being fair or not fair is also a feeling. And so I can't like control whether or not you feel like something is fair. I also would remind you and myself that things in life are not fair. And there's nothing we can do about that. B. Tharpy says, "I loved watching your episode of MTV Punk'd. If you could punk someone, who would it be and why?" Who would I punk? I feel like I did enough. I got all the punking out of my system, like playing practical jokes on people was fun when I was like in the first few years of touring and all that. Let me tell you a secret. Never, ever, ever punk Anna Shinoda. She's not a fan of practical jokes. She doesn't like them. I don't do it because I know that about her. But yeah, if you know, she just doesn't like them. She's had her fill of practical jokes in life. Her family, they did a lot of that. And So she is maxed out. She has had her fill of practical jokes. I have not. I'm fine with practical jokes. I didn't love Punk'd though. We've talked about that before. I think Punk'd was like kind of a mean show with a weird setup. Because what it is like somebody would, they'd play a prank on somebody, and sometimes they were actually like really mean. Like mine wasn't like they weren't mean to me, but you do a whole thing and you're embarrassed, and it's like they take advantage of whatever situation, and at the end of it they say, okay, and now sign this paper that says we can put this on TV for everybody to watch. And it's like, I mean, at that time it was TV, and yeah, it was just like, oh wait, so now you're gonna make me submit to this dynamic that you're going to do something mean to me, and then on top of it there's like this demeaning moment where I'm supposed to have a good, like, immediately after you did it, I'm supposed to be the bigger person and say that it's okay that you did that to me. Do you know what I'm saying? What if it's not okay that you did that to me? What if I need a minute to think about whether or not that was too much? So that's the point, is because for some people, I thought mine was okay, it was fine. But for some people, I watch it and I go, oh, like that, they really took advantage of that person and did something mean to them. And that person was put in a position where they're like, oh yeah, haha, that was funny, when it's not funny. Okay, Kenna W, I see your question, and I'm going to I'm not gonna read it the way it's written, but the question was basically, the statement was, LP's music has helped Kenna in some dark times, and Kenna says, how can fans do the same for... So it was the first started with a thank you, and it ends with, how can fans do something to support each other? And my answer is, effort, like trying, like being available to each other, coming to things like being in the chat here, engaging with each other on social media. And if you see somebody, like, you gotta use your gut, like sometimes some people are, sometimes people are going through a rough thing, and they're, like, they just want somebody to say, yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. That sucks. I do that more than if I want somebody's like feedback or opinion, I usually will say, give me your opinion. But if it's not that, then I usually am just saying, just listen to me. I just want to say I'm frustrated with a thing. And then I say it, and then then I feel like you understand me, and you're aware of, that's my worldview at that moment. It happened this week. Happened this weekend. And venting can be, there's such a thing as toxic venting too. That is when you're like dumping your negativity on other people, and you're making their life like worse or more difficult by doing that. That's a thing that I see quite a bit on social media. So gotta be careful of that on both sides, on the sending and receiving side. If you don't know about, like, if you're not super familiar with the difference, look it up. Like, Google, like, do you call it toxic venting or toxic? Is there another word for it? I don't remember. Yeah, dumping. Yeah, that's another word for it. Yeah, that's another word. So yeah, was there another thing? Oh, and sad fishing. There's another phrase I learned. So you've heard of like catfishing, when someone is like trying to get a date or attention or like whatever, and they're putting fake information about themselves up. That's right. There was a documentary called Catfish, where that was happening to this person. Sad fishing is the same thing, but trying to get attention by painting this so super depressed, sad thing, and they just trying to get more attention. And like needing attention, there's nothing wrong with needing attention or wanting attention. That's human. But also, if you're on the receiving end of somebody who's like sad fishing, that's super toxic. And it's actually okay to say, I want to be a helper. I'm a nice person. I'm like I want to empathize with this person who's upset, but I don't have the energy or the space or the whatever. Like, don't ever feel bad if you don't have the I want to say energy, but energy is the wrong word. If your cup is full, it's not your time to go help someone else. That's the point. If someone's like, wow, I'm so sad. And they're like, and you look at it and you're like, that person's always sad and I feel bad for them, but like, I've got my own stuff going on. Like, sorry. You can't feel bad about that. You can't feel bad about your cup feeling full. I should say you can do stuff about it, but if that's how you feel, then it's not your turn to give. It's your turn to receive. And not be nasty about it, by the way. Interesting. What is this? Probabilistic says, hey Meek, it's Alan from Stockholm. I hope you and your family are doing well. My birthday is coming up on Monday. Happy birthday, 29th. Oh, your birthday is on the 20th. First time since the great oven explosion of 2009. That's funny. Okay, what cakes do you prefer? What do I prefer? I mean, don't make what I prefer, make what you prefer. We have a couple favorites around here, and they're all, I like pumpkin pie. I like cheesecake. I like, there's like a pudding dessert that's like a family thing here with my Japanese American family. That is basically layers of like whipped topping and vanilla pudding, and then some like crumbles and nuts and things. It's almost like a light version of oh God, what's the one? What's the British banana pudding one? What's that one called? I'm just blanking on it. I'm still having problems thinking this morning. A trifle might be it, but it's not the one I'm thinking of. It's the really heavy banana one. What's that one called? Banoffee. Banoffee pie. Oh, I do love a banoffee pie, by the way. That's a jam. But those are like 17 million calories. You can't eat a lot of banoffee. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of like that. Like, that's kind of the consistency that I like. Kind of maybe too sweet too. Let's see some more questions. Somebody from England. Hey Mike, I saw you. Taylor the Whooper says, hey Mike, I saw you in London last year in London, and it was an amazing night. I was wondering if you ever plan to release a live album from the tour. Oh, and Taylor said, will you please say trans rights? Trans rights? Trans rights, dude. Come on. I played the Love Loud festival. I think you know that I'm supportive. And the live. I don't think I'll do. I kind of don't want to do a live. I feel like those shows are very special, and I don't think. I don't think I'm gonna do release it. I think that it's out there. I think people saw it, and if you didn't, then the stuff is online already. You know. I don't think I need to have like an official version. Kalapadago, Kalapadago says, can we use your music as background music when we stream? So we're working on that, and the answer is that's my intention. Yeah, I want people to be able to stream with dropped frames on Twitch. So don't do Linkin Park, don't do Fort Minor, whatever. I think don't even do post-traumatic, but drop frames is all good. And the future versions too. That's my intention. I think that we have to clear that still. It's a little slow getting the publishers and everything. Like the way music royalties are collected is. I think this is a subject that this question alludes to a different subject that some of you guys are. I'd say most of you and even myself, like we're not. It's so complicated. It's hard to like wrap your head around it. So when it comes to like the ownership of a song and how royalties work, it's so complicated. I do not even understand it. Here's what I do. Here's some things that I do know. You've got an artist has the publishing royalty and ownership, and then the the recording rights. So publishing is the written song, like it's what you could transcribe on paper. Like the lyrics are these lyrics. The melodies and the chords and the placement of notes are these. You could write it down with a treble clef and a bass clef and like whatever. That is called publishing. And then there's the recording, which is I sang into a microphone, I played and we recorded it. Or even I created these sounds, and these exact sounds are the ones that appeared on my record, on my single, on my MP3, whatever. So those two things are two separate lanes, and then you multiply the complexity by, okay, well, you recorded it in the United States and in Canada. Those two countries have different rules about how copyrights and royalties are handled. And now that recording is getting put out into the world, and all the different countries that it exists in and play it on the radio or play or watch it or stream it or buy it, all of them have their laws and rules. And at the end of the day, it's the responsibility of like hundreds of people to figure out what portions of pennies get collected. It's fucking crazy. It's so crazy, you guys. Even somebody who's an expert in it relies on other experts to kind of make sure, like, you can't ever kind of wrap your head around all of that, because God knows that like the person who's collecting my royalties in Los Angeles they have to defer to somebody who's in India to know what the policies or whatever are in India. So in terms of what gets taken down, I am not the one taking it down, so I don't know. What I do know is that on Twitch, you can talk. I have talked to a person in the legal department and said, this is what I want to do. And now they are talking with my reps to make sure to look at all of the ramifications of that and say, does that work? Can we do that? Which I think we can, because other people have done it. Great question. My suggestion to you, I do actually have a suggestion about that. It's very simple. For anybody who is a musician who wants to put out music, please make sure you have a business manager that has a royalty department or a royalty expert. That's my suggestion. So if you're starting to make music and you're going to be professional about it and you're going to put stuff on the internet and you want to make sure your royalties get collected, you want to have a business manager who's in charge of that, and they will probably interface with your label and your publisher to make sure that your royalties are being collected. Ethan H64 wants me to release a vinyl version. Ethan, I will if there's enough demand. That doesn't mean, by the way, that Drop Frames has to be, sell a bajillion copies. It just means that there has to be enough people who want vinyl that it's, it pays to, the vinyl will pay for itself. Like in order to do, to make a product, people have to, you have to produce a certain quantity. So you have to have enough people. I would have to have enough people who are interested in buying it for it to make sense to buy. I don't know how to quantify that. Justin Coldfront says, no question today. I just wanted to say I have the utmost respect for you as an artist and as a person. Proud to be a fan and hope that everyone watching the stream are having a great day. What a guy. Thanks, Justin. Very sweet. Let's see. Bruno says, hey, Mike Myth Shinoda, how are you and the family? Hope you're well. I wish you the best. Can you tell us why songs like I'll Be Gone and Promises I Can't Keep were never performed live? It was just, we only have so much room in the set. The guys have never wanted to play longer than, 90, 100 minutes or so. We sometimes stretch that a little bit, but that was just the limit. And when we started adding, if you ever start adding songs to the set that the band isn't, the more songs we have to add, the more the band has to know all of those songs. And I don't think that, I guess they just didn't have the interest or brain space to add more. I think the ones that we added, we did add a lot. We did play so many. At some points we were rotating 3 different set lists with maybe a third of those different, like a third of the set was unique to that set list. And so it was a lot to remember. I think it was a lot to remember. I could have probably done more, but I think like that's because because of what I was responsible for. Like, I don't know how to describe that, how to explain that. It wasn't, I think it wasn't really me. I would have done longer sets. I would have done a little bit longer. Claudia LPO1 says, hey Mike, will you switch on the music and art theme redemption soon? I have like 9,200 Shinoda bucks to spend, LOL. Claudia, I think they're on right now, so you're good to go. you posted that on the 10th, so I think I turned them on around that time. So go check. I am gonna turn them off soon, actually, though, because I'm starting to get overflow with the redemptions. In particular, actually, you know what I do have to do? I do have to turn off the art redemptions because I'm way behind on those. They're not on. I thought I did turn them. Hold on, let me check. I'll check since this is a hot topic. You guys are very, very intense. You're freaking me out. Animal Crossing is off. Music theme is off. Art theme is off. Okay. I'll turn the music one on. Music's on. Channel to raid is on. Sound and loop is on. And ask a question is on. And GIF in the store is on. Okay. There you go. Yeah, Animal Crossing is off. Animal Crossing is off. Animal Crossing. I haven't been streaming Animal Crossing as often. And I do have I think I have an AC visit. Yeah, I do have Janae Nicole's AC visit to do yet. So, gotta get there. I'm not there yet. Pardon, you guys have asked a lot of questions. Damn. LP Saves Us All says, hello, Dad. Apart from you, do the other guys in the band also have studios, home studios? Can you tell us about them? Like what equipment and everything? How equipped are they? How equipped they are? Sorry. LP Save Us All. The guys. So everybody's different. Everybody's got some stuff. Not as in depth as what I've got going here, but more. They have more. So Brad doesn't have really anything. Dave has some bass guitar and drums, but no mics or recording equipment, really. He's got a laptop with some stuff on it just to throw a couple things up, but Dave doesn't do recording. He'll only do it if it's like he's trying to, like, if I ask him to, or something, he's really trying to send a thing, but he doesn't really mess with it. Joe has stuff, but it's usually in disarray. Like he's very, what's the word, like he gets excited about a thing and then he'll buy a piece of gear or play with it for a minute and then move on very quickly. And so he doesn't go, there aren't that many units that he goes super deep on. He knows like the sampler stuff really well. And of course turntables and Serato and all that. But in terms of like the individual keyboards, he usually relies on an engineer to go deep on those kind of for him, and which is normal. That's actually like a lot of people are that way. And then I shouldn't say a lot of people that way if they have the means to have that kind of gear. Like they you don't, if you're in Joe's situation, it's not crazy. Rob probably has almost the setup I have, or getting there. Some of his stuff is a little older, and he can use it, but he's like, it's usually the focus is almost all on drums with his stuff. So he's got some other things to play around with, but it's mostly all about drums. And even then, like, we get better. Up till now, we've always gotten better results at my place, or in the, in a pro studio. But I upgraded a bunch of my drum stuff in the last 2 years, so I feel like I get awesome drum sounds now. Sean LP says, "Hey Mike, thanks for the Zoom interview with Kerrang. It was amazing. In the UK, they're doing drive-in concerts, and each person has their own space outside their car to rock out. Would you ever do that?" Oh God, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Like, it's not the most exciting way to see a show, and it's also like here's what I know. Like, for a band to tour a medium size, if you're like a band that tours, large clubs and smaller size, what do you call it? I don't want to say arenas, but like, let's say your band plays 2,000 seaters. Played 2,000 seaters. Like, if all of a sudden that to play that venue, you are playing to 500, well, it wouldn't even be 500 people. It'd be with 6 feet of distance apart from each other. For every person, you're probably getting like, I don't even know what that is, a tenth? So let's say I don't even know. If you've got a venue with a capacity of 2 or 2,000, and all of a sudden you've got 200 people in it, how are you going to make that work? Are you going to charge the people 10 times the amount for a ticket price? Are you going to just like not have any production because that's too expensive? Like, the economics of it doesn't sound like it works. It doesn't sound like it works at all. And I don't mean that from like you gotta, they want to make all this money. I'm not. If you're playing in 2,000 seat venues, you're just basically paying the bills. Like, you're not even, it doesn't work. Venues cost a certain amount of money. Like, to bring a show to your town, it costs a certain amount of money. So until you can have people show up and not worry about getting sick, I don't know how you do it. And by the way, there's lots and lots and lots of bands and artists who are like reliant on all that stuff to like even be a band. So it's gonna be really interesting. I think we're gonna lose a bunch of bands. Go back to being graphic designers, and I don't know what else what do band people, what are they in their other life? Baristas. Gonna have a lot of baristas. DJ NIUE2 is asking about lyric writing process. Will I do a lyric writing live stream? No, I've talked about this before on the stream. Lyrics for me, it's really slow. Recording vocals is a little faster and less tedious, but writing them is unpredictable and slow. Usually I'm not a fast lyric writer. Right now I have like almost no interest in going deep on a bunch of lyrics. It just, the time of, I feel like what's going on out there is I'm being a very temperamental artist in this right now, and I don't feel like doing a lyric thing. But yeah. Let's see here. Oh boy, look at all these music themes that got chosen. Holy crap. My girl Barb. Barb JH says, please shout out my youngest grandchild, Molly, who turned 8. She had a rough start, but is poetry in motion now. Barb, congrats, Molly, on your birthday. Happy birthday, I should say. That's awesome. Turned 8. Having a birthday in quarantine. I don't know if Barb, if you guys are doing how strict you're doing quarantine. I hope relatively strict. But having a birthday during quarantine is weird. Had a lot of friends, kids, and so on. And we did so Anna did a drive-by birthday for a friend. Well, so she actually, I forgot about this. Just the other day, she went over to a friend's house for a birthday, and they sat, 3 people, sat in a backyard and drank wine 10 feet apart, which is just such a weird, We'll remember, part of it is, you really narrow down, okay, I'm only going to have a couple people over. So how's that going to work? Who is it going to be? Yeah, it's pretty serious. She did a drive-by thing with kids. Some of the kids wanted to do a drive-by because the kids wanted to see their friends' faces. And I think after that they did a little play date with 1 or 2 kids. But you gotta get creative with it. Musket Jones says, how was working with Darren King on Hold My Shit Together? Darren absolutely rips. I agree. Darren is a drummer who, do yourself a favor and go check out Darren's Instagram page, because he puts a lot of his drum stuff and his crazy, creative studio sessions on there. We didn't meet in person because where does he live again? He lives in not LA. So he said, yeah, I can't, I get a really good sound at home and in my studio, so let me just send you tracks. And we did it that way, and then I chopped those up and used them in I didn't just play the drums. I grabbed them and affected them and chose different sample drum parts for the beat and the verse, and then got to his part in the bridge. And but yeah, that's Darren's the reason the drum stuff on Hold My Shit Together off the Post Traumatic record was so cool. He's great. Let's find another music. Oh God, so many music themes. Okay, let's redeem some of these music themes. I might have to turn it off now. Jesus Christ, guys. Okay, here we go. Music themes. Gabriel or Gabrielle Martin once. Anime Battle AMV. Anime Battle AMV is a theme going in the bowl. Bang. Wait, where's your... Oh, God, I lost your... Shit. Where are you? Oh, God. I can't find the actual... My screen, moved around, and now I can't find the actual theme to redeem. Fuck. All right, here we go. There are so many music themes, you guys. This is hilarious. Michelle 444. This is gonna be a lot. Michelle 444 wants classic rock
Led Zeppelin. Aerosmith. I can do it. I am no Jimmy Page, but we'll get it done. Jade LP. Wants Mongolian metal. Wow. Okay, Jade. I don't know what that means. I don't know what Mongolian metal means. It's in the bowl. Oh, no. Daniel, oh, good suggestion, Daniel. We can mash this one up. Daniel LP. Whoa, hold on, I gotta write your name right. Daniel P SOAD 09. Any time signature except 4/4. So any meter except for 4/4, we're gonna do. I'll even try. Maybe I'll even try to not do 3, 4, or 6/8. Go crazy. Get all prog rock on it. We'll see what happens, Daniel. Hez helps. Requests the song style. Well, I have to interpret this one a little bit. Ray of Light album era. Hez helps. Are you talking about Madonna? Are we talking about Madonna? That's the only Ray of Light I know. Madonna. All right. Ray of Light, Madonna. Ooh-wee. That's interesting. Who was the producer on that? William Orbit? Who did the beats? I feel like that's who it was. Was that his name? I don't know his stuff very well. He was very popular for a period of time. There. The Who. Is it the Who or the Who for the metal theme? I don't know that band. I think I saw them on playlists and stuff though. I'm not super familiar. Yeah. I gotta find that one and write that down. Did I write that down? Yeah, I wrote it down. Okay. The Who? Okay. I'm gonna talk to this person about that one. I don't know what that is. Probabilistic. Says a happy birthday theme song. Wow. Wow. Okay. This is, I mean, you know what? It needs to be done. Like somebody, you can't use the regular happy birthday on TV shows and stuff because it's copyright restricted. Okay, we've got a couple of things here that are trying to stretch the rules. Kylo Reven says the Strokes style. If you like that style, you should check out Gang of Four. Granted, Gang of Four is much less melodic. It's more lo-fi and political and a little more there's not as much melody going on. All right, a couple more questions. We're gonna do some questions and then we're gonna get out of here because there's actually probably, it looks like there's probably about 20 more music themes now that I turn them on. You guys wonder why I can't just turn these on and leave them on. I mean, you guys have been saving up for these apparently. So, we got raided. How? I didn't see the thing. Oh God, who's raiding us? Hi, raiders. All right, raiders. Here's what we're gonna do. Oh God. Do we want to show the raiders the song requests, or should we do questions? I'm either answering questions. Oh, there it is. Ink Harmony. Hi, welcome, raiders. Should we do to end out the stream here? Should we do questions or song requests? Song requests, questions. Song requests, questions. Who's right here? It's pretty even, it looks like. Okay, couple more questions, and we'll get to these song requests next time. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's pretty even. All right, so we'll do a couple questions. These were submitted via the Streamlabs Shinoda Bucks. Saved up Shinoda Bucks by being in the chat and used those points to redeem a question. Let's see what we got. Maestro X101 says, great job on the mixing of the Open Door vocals. Mike released the Shinoda cut. My question is, will you ever make the post-traumatic instrumentals available? Instrumentals off the post-traumatic album. Maybe? I don't know. It seems like a thing to do. It's just like every time if I were to do stuff like that, I feel like it requires like a little bit of a moment, like a little bit of a campaign. Like, hey, we're doing this thing. It's important. Go check it out. But I know that aren't they out? Like, aren't they leaked on the internet? Can't you just go and Google it and go get them? Right? Why don't you just do that? I don't know. That's just me. Especially if your thing is, I want to remix them. Well, then go get them. You can go just do that. They're out there. You certainly don't need iTunes or Spotify to do that. And I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm just saying, releasing music is there's so much music coming out right now. Do I really need to be in the fray more than I am? I put out a instrumental record, which, by the way, for the record, there was some of the fans and even I retweeted this world music tweet about the number one streamed album is Juice WRLD, and number 2 was Dropped Frames, was my instrumental album. There was no context of how I felt when I retweeted that. Let me just tell you in the chat, no effing way Dropped Frames is the number 2 streamed album on the planet this week. Like, I don't know what the fuck that tweet was, but I thought it was so funny, and I was just like, okay, sure, I'm gonna retweet this. Like, sure, my weird instrumental album, which you guys have all already seen and heard. You saw me make it, you heard it. Like, this Twitter account, it gives these lists of what's popular, what's happening. I'm not saying, and by the way, the record is great. Like, if you want to listen to a really good instrumental record that sounds like this, it's great. I'm super happy with how it came out. I'm gonna make more. And yeah, so there's that. But yeah, it's not bigger than all of these other things that are out right now. That's not real. Hey Mike, did you name your kids the same way you named Boris? Thanks for the streams, appreciate it very much. Michael, the way I name things is I wait for a thing to pop into my head and then I say the thing. And then when I say a thing that ends up being my favorite thing, that's the name of the thing. There's some deep, like some people like really do their research and whatever, and I could do that, but it's usually pick it out of a bowl. Oh yeah, that's a good way to name things. Just put random words and then. I didn't choose. You guys, somebody mentioned wombats. Yeah, you know that I didn't say the fan base on this Twitch channel should be called wombats. You guys said that. I think that name is weird, and that's why that's why it sticks. Because you made it stick. And you chose it because you know that I think it's a super weird name. It has nothing to do with anything. Thunderbolt YY says, given that you have an experience working with young musicians and veterans, what things distinguish new artists that you noticed while working together, and advice to fix that? So what I'll say about new artists is the younger artists and music makers generally will they're a little impatient. They want to like make stuff and put it right out. They're not as open to the craft of like really like making something better and better and better and better. And they probably should be. Why do you? Yeah. Some people somebody in the chat is saying that I should turn off the music themes. I don't want to turn off the music themes. It's fine right now. So anyway, yeah. So advice for young musicians is learn a lot and take your time, spend time doing, making your stuff better and learning how to make your stuff better. That's my suggestion to you. All right. I think I'm going to have to get out of here. It's 12:59. I'm gonna go through some of these. Just FYI, for some of you that's chosen music themes, I might whisper at you right now because I saw some of them that are either bending the rules or I don't think they're gonna work. So if you chose a music theme, stick around and check for a whisper from me in the next 10 minutes. We do have a raid redemption. Javier Reyes, JJAVIE RREYESS. So we're gonna try and raid Javier right now. Thank you guys very much for watching. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Much appreciated. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Oh, let's do a bowl. Let's do something from the bowl. So this is for tomorrow. Okay, mixing it up. Let's grab a couple of these blue ones. Got new blue ones going on. Actually, that's not fair. Let me grab the white ones because they've been waiting longer. Odaviano once Anna chooses, your theme was, Anna chooses the theme. So that means Nat King Cole, Sinatra, big band music, what Anna will call old lady music. And we're gonna I don't think I can mix Mona LP's request with that. It's J-pop style. I'd love to try. That's gonna suck. That's gonna suck. That's gonna be the worst. That's not even like I can't do it. That's just like I can do it, and that's gonna suck. So let's not do it. God, really? These are the only two white ones left. You really want me to do it? I can try. It's just gonna suck. Oh. I've collected all the level 5 emotes. The hype train. Oh, let's do hype fire. Right. That's dope. Look, we've got really good hype train emotes today. These are good. All right. Let me choose a blue one. They're all stuck together. J-pop swing. I'm gonna find one that mixes with it that'll be fun to watch. That's part of this. Is you guys gotta trust my instinct on this. That it has to be fun for me to do and fun to watch. These actually go well together. Like, give me a sec. Let's try it. Okay, I'm probably gonna get like jumped into the. Should we try and do a happy birthday theme song based on big band music? Happy birthday, big band. That's a good one. That's a good combo. I like that combo. Cool. Tomorrow will be big band happy birthday music. That'll sound really weird. We're gonna raid Javier Reyes. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please enjoy our raid redemption, Mr. Javier Reyes. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.